Hello again everyone and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. We're back here in Skyhold and we have a few codex entries to read through now. I believe one of them is on Mount. No, not on Orzammar. Inquisitor, as you've already heard, Orzammar's urgent need of our services. The underground earthquakes and the deep roads threaten to cave in countless lyrium mines. If this happens, it would all but cut off the supply of lyrium to the surface. I don't need to tell you how many former Templars in the Inquisition really need that, rely on that lyrium. It is imperative that we remain in Orzammar's good graces. Their politics may not require as much finesse as the grand game of Orlais, but dwarven society can be just as perilous. Orzammar is one of two remaining tags that once made up their empire, and its citizens are a proud people who are accustomed to hardship and lean heavily on tradition. A dwarf's caste means everything. While you are not travelling to the capital itself, you will be dealing with a representative from its Shaperate. I'm told her name is Valta, and her father is a highly respected member of the Smith caste. Liliana has discovered little else about her, which isn't surprising considering how tightly Orzammar holds its secrets. I caution you to treat this representative with the utmost respect. We are dealing with a proud people with long memories. Once a grudge is held, well, I'm sure you've heard what they say about rocks and dwarven stubbornness. Josephine. Yeah, it's about right. Right, places, let's go. Emprise du Lion. The ancient name of these craggy highlands has long been lost to time. When the first Valmont Emperor was crowned in the Exalted Age, the mountains were renamed Emprise du Lion to honour the house of Valmont, which bears a lion upon its crest. Wandering through these remote hills, I discovered remnants of a forgotten past, mingled delightfully with signs of the present. Charming villages dotted the landscape, and scattered among them relics of the lost elven nation. Young women sold wild berries at a market nestled in the shadow of a sinister crumbling fortress, which may once have been the seat of a Dalish lord. Children played in fields, watched over by the silent statues of gods whose names they did not know. I walked quiet lanes bordered with wildflowers, the high arches of an ancient bridge soaring above me, majestic even in their ruin. Sadly, my time in the mountains was short, and I soon continued on to Halam Shiral. I found myself thinking back on the Empress de Leon, however, and how gracefully she bore the passing of the ages. I wondered what the future held and dreamed of how it might leave its mark. Whatever comes can only add to her beauty, delicate lines on the face of a gentlewoman which speak of a life well lived. Okay, what else do we have here? Right, the Emerald Graves. Our people call this place the Emerald Graves. Long ago, before the fall of the Dales, a tree was planted for every warrior who pledged themselves to the guardianship of the Dales. Together, these warriors were the Emerald Knights of Halam Shiral, and the forest of their trees was named the Emerald March. When the humans began encroaching once again on our borders, the Emerald Knights banded together to protect us from the incursion. But the humans were many and their chantry powerful, and they eventually conquered the Dales. The Knights fought in defense of our land and almost all perished. The trees that once represented a mighty army were now living symbols of sacrifice, the Emerald Graves. I hear that most humans in Orlais do not call this place by its true name. They find it an inauspicious one and refer to the forest only as the Great Wood. They refuse to see anything but wood and moss and leaves and hope to remain ignorant of the blood that was spilled. But we of the people remember. We feel the weight of what was lost, and we see not trees but lives given for freedom, as told by Keeper Gisharel of the Ralaferin clan. And then we have the Exalted Plains. It is appropriate that we pick the Exalted Plains as our field of battle. It was here centuries ago that the Dalish kingdom met its bitter end. The holdouts of the Elven army making their last stand, refusing to surrender against the champions of Andraste, the Templar, the Sister, and the nobleman patron. The champions' cause was just, and their faith led them to victory. The plains were henceforth called Exalted. Someone once said that these fields are characterized by equal measures of beauty and strife. This description will hold true for the foreseeable future. The strife we bring to the Dales will be quickly forgotten, however, if we fight hard and fight well and earn a definitive victory. Let the knowledge that you strike in the name of the true Emperor encourage and guide you. Truth and righteousness prevailed on the plains long ago. Make a willing, it will again. Don't worry, it will. Absolutely. The Western Approach. Once these wastes were a land of plenty, can you believe it? The rain came north over the Gamordan peaks, turning the plains green and verdant for 3 months of the year. 800 years ago that changed. During the Second Blight, Darkspawn spilled out of an enormous crack in the earth, corrupting it with their foul blood, and it never recovered. Even after they were driven back underground, the Grey Wardens built Adamant Fortress to stand watch over that chasm, but eventually even they abandoned it to the wind and the biting sand. What few of us eke out a living in this make a forsaken place, do so knowing that any number of deaths await us. Darkspawn raids, dragons, bandits, not to mention starvation from the lack of water in game. If we stay, it is because we know that there are treasures buried in the bones of this place. Ruins from the time when Tevinter ruled and even earlier. We pass tales around in our campfires of the things we have seen shrouded in the dust storms. My favourites are the ones about relics that could restore the western approach once more, but I don't believe them. Truth be told, on nights when the wind is calm, I can stand on a hilltop and see for miles in the moonlight over a stark beauty of which no other Orlesian can claim to know the equal. On those nights, I hope it will never change. So the western approach is beautiful, but also extremely deadly. That sounds quite typical of a lot of places, actually. Any new creatures? Or maybe this is the research we did on them, actually. We can find those. Oh, Horsemaster Nuts and Mounts. It's the big nug, isn't it? The Death Nug? It has hands, it handles things. That's hitting me worse than anything else. What the ever-loving spit can't argue the impressive stature of the thing, and it's stubborn like the most entitled charger. It knows how strong it is, and it knows you know. I expected the dull snuffling of its small cousins, but this, it has hands and spirited eyes. Mind where you secure the buckles of your saddle. I expect it'll let you know when its eyes are suffering you on its back. Not that its eyes. Hands. Hands. So I'm guessing the fact that that thing has hands is a bit concerning to old Dennett, which, you know, is understandable in many ways. Right. So do we have anything else to look in here? We've been to the Undercroft. Have we been this way? Not 100% sure. Ah, yeah, this is to Dorian, etc., isn't it? Yeah, cool. Yep, no problem. So I think now we can actually have a look around the exterior of Skyhold. Oh, we'll speak to Mother Giselle first, of course. Priorities, right? Giselle, can I actually speak to you, please? Giselle? There we go.
Inquisitor, it's good of you to speak with me. I have news regarding one of your companions, the Tevinter.
Dorian, yeah. What has he done?
Has Dorian done something wrong?
No, thankfully. It's nothing like that.
Oh, that's good.
I have been in contact with his family. House Pavas, out of Carenas. Are you familiar with them?
They're not on good terms, yeah.
He's mentioned his family. They don't appear to be on good terms.
Yes. I believe you're correct. The family sent a letter describing the estrangement from their son and pleading for my aid. They've asked to arrange a meeting quietly without telling him. They fear it's the only way he'll come.
Yeah.
Since you seem to be on good terms with the young man, I'd hoped...
Just what kind of meeting do you have in mind?
I believe they just want to talk, to understand why Dorian felt he had to come here. Somewhere private, away from Skyhold, but not in Tevinter. You make them nervous, I think. They don't understand why he's here with the Inquisition. They want him to come home.
And if he doesn't agree, yeah.
What happens if Dorian doesn't agree?
Hopefully that will be the end of it. If not, well, that's why you should be there.
Why would his family contact you?
Because they don't know you, Inquisitor. I am not of the Imperial Chantry, but they know what I represent. These are parents concerned about the welfare of their son. How could I not do whatever possible? I would speak to the young man myself, but he does not care for me. Thus I come to you.
It's a bit harsh.
If any good can come of this, we must try.
They don't want Dorian to know. That seems odd.
They believe the young man would refuse, and the letter implies he'd have cause. Yet, they are remorseful for whatever came before. This is a chance for dialogue. There is deceit in bringing the young man to this meeting without his foreknowledge, I know. But does it not lead to a greater kindness if there is potential for reconciliation?
Well, it does, but...
Are you sure this isn't some kind of trap? I mean, the secrecy.
That did occur to me. What if it is a plot of those mages, the Venatori? Another reason to put this in your hands, Inquisitor. I pray that isn't the case, but if it is, you are far better equipped than I to respond to such treachery.
I'll think about it.
See what I can do.
Bless you, Inquisitor.
Sounds a bit dodgy to me, but
Send a retainer to meet the young man at the Red Cliff Tavern, to take him onward. If he truly does not wish this reunion, he can always end the matter there. I shall pray for your success and the young man's happiness. That's all we can hope for. Is it not?
true. Official-looking letter. Speak to Dorian about the letter and bring Dorian to the Gull and Lantern, so we can speak to him first about it. Official-looking letter, Your Reverence. I understand that you feel inadequate to the task of bringing Dorian to a secret meeting. Even in the asking, I find it difficult to believe myself. Considering my son has rebuffed all contact, this is the only way. I know him. He would be too proud to come if he knew, even just to talk. That is all we wish to do. The thought of Dorian in the south placing himself in the path of such danger alarms us more than I can express. If this somehow succeeds, we have a family retainer at the Vandrel Hills watching for Dorian's arrival. He will bring the boy to us somewhere private. If Dorian utterly refuses to go with him, it ends there, and there is nothing we can do. We are at our wits' end. Master Halweld of House Pavus. Sorry. Well, we can try, as it says. We can try. So where? This is Solus's place. I don't need to be here. Have we been up here? Oh, this is yeah. That's where Dorian is. Dorian! I'd like to speak to him about it first.
Related, Inquisitor.
What?
Related? Oh, not first cousins or anything like that. Can you imagine? You're a Trevelyan, however, and somewhere in dank nethers of my family tree, there was also a Trevelyan. Perhaps he was even the one who ventured to Ostwick to establish the branch. We are talking long ago, of course.
Can we still flirt? How'd you even know that?
You
Yeah.
know that off the top of your head.
Not the top. Maybe the lower middle or thereabouts. Bloodlines are serious business in Tevinter. You're taught lessons and tested by strict nannies. I heard your family mentioned, and I had to go through all the old mnemonics, but yes, there it is. I knew there was a reason we looked so much alike.
Nice to know. Yeah.
Learn something new every day.
Nice, isn't it? It's like being at a quality library, provided you're not the one stocking the shelves.
To tell him. Your father sent the
Dorian,
letter.
there's a letter you need to see.
A letter? Is it a naughty letter? A humorous proposal from some Antivan dowager?
Not quite. It's from your father.
From my father. I see. And what does Magister Hallwood want, pray tell?
A meeting.
Show me this letter. I know my son? What my father knows of me would barely fill a thimble. This is so typical. I'm willing to bet this retainer is a henchman, hired to knock me on the head and drag me back to Tevinter.
Would he do that?
You think your father would actually do that?
No, although I wouldn't put it past him. Let's go. Let's meet this so-called family retainer. If it's a trap, we escape and kill everyone. You're good at that. If it's not, I send the man back to my father with a message that he can stick his alarm in his wit's end.
What's the issue between you? Yeah.
There seems to be bad blood between you and your family.
Interesting turn of phrase. But you're correct. They don't care for my choices, nor I for theirs.
Because you wouldn't get married. Because you left.
That too.
I say you should talk to him. Yeah.
I think you should meet with this retainer. Find out what your family wants.
I didn't ask what you thought, did I? That
Whoa.
was unworthy, I apologize. There'd be no harm in hearing what this man of my father's has to say. If I don't like it, however, I want to leave.
That's fair. Your family's reaching out.
Your
Yeah.
parents are reaching out to you. Doesn't that mean something?
Only that they're trying to choke me. Don't mind me. Let's see what comes of this.
I understand his tentativeness. To be fair to him, it's a bit of a weird one if he doesn't get on with them. The fact that they are essentially trying to beg him to come back, which is not exactly normal.
Well, how about that?
Complete? We completed something? What?
Stone mad, Inquisitor.
Do you have insight into the stories?
Tell you what, who better, right?
Well, you just said complete. I don't know. Ooh, the garden. Curious. Anything in the garden? Is this the upgraded garden, or is this the one that hasn't been upgraded? Because it looks quite nice. Oh, hey, Dan, hello.
Haven was a cock-up, Herald, Inquisitor. But you did right by me, and others. We'll pay you back.
What's going on with your beard? Are you okay? Alright. Letter to an Inquisition agent. My darling Wilbur, I am so proud of you. We hear so much about the Inquisition in the village. It makes me happy to know you are doing your part. I'm sorry about what happened to Haven. I will light a candle in the chantry for the fallen. Please take care of yourself. I know what you're like when things get busy and the fate of the world hangs in the balance. You must take care of yourself before you can help save the world, you know. Don't forget to eat. You're still in the mountains. It must be cold and wet. Why couldn't it be a fort in the hinterlands? Then you'd be closer to home. Well, dress warmly. Shall I send you a blanket? Anyway, you should write more often. I don't understand why you can't tell me what you're doing. You shouldn't keep secrets from your mother. Love always, Mother. P.S. What do you mean I have to address the letters to Rector? Is that what they call you there? Why? Your name is Wilbur Quigley. It's a good name. Wilbur was your uncle's name. He fought in the Battle of River Dane. We are all so proud of him. Are you ashamed of your given name? Why are you ashamed, Wilbur? That is so motherly. It's not even funny. I know they mean well, but come on. Mothers, please, come on. Just... is that... rune crafting? Oh, that is... So one of those operations is to hire a rune crafter. We need to find which one. Examine, what's this? Bride of the Maker. Maker, though I am but one, I have called in your name, and those who come to serve will know your glory. I remembered for them. They will see what can be gained, and though we are few against the wind, we are yours. Nice little place to come and pray if anybody truly wants it. Let's see if there's anything on the ground floor first. Before I head up to the battlements.
Fertile ground, even here. This hold has everything.
It's fantastic, isn't it? That's like I swear I saw a thing before saying I could plant a seed, but I don't know where it was. Oh, hello. Alan Vemal.
Inquisitor, Elan Vemar. Honoured to represent the College of Herbalists and offer my services as apothecary. My colleague Adan was clear about the worth of your cause. I look forward to assisting him.
Oh, fantastic. Welcome aboard.
I look forward to working with you.
And are you? I wasn't sure what to think of you people, but recent events have put those doubts to bed. All the mundane needs of Skyhold will be well tended. If you note anything special, let me know. I'm here to serve the cause we must.
Thank you, Alan.
Your worship,
How are we stocked?
What is your evaluation of our supplies?
we are well supplied, and I foresee only better to come.
Are there others who could come to Skyhold?
They are helping now. I have contacted many of our finest, and their influence is not inconsequential. They are not, shall we say, prone to take the field, but we will be well supplied.
Where did you receive your training?
I studied with Adan after he left the service of the King of Ferelden. Well, when the king was no longer there to serve.
Ah.
Our College of Associates tends to meet informally. I've since been
Guessing he must have
fortunate
served
enough to
Kaelin then.
serve various heads of state. They are all as good as another, truth be told. My skills and contacts are better suited to more imminent need.
I take it you're a city elf, not Dalish.
It's not a useful identifier. I am an elf. I was raised away from the Dalish. No, I do not know their customs. Perhaps that wasn't immediately obvious. It's of little concern. I have skill enough to be evaluated by what I can do. My associates appreciate my work.
As you were.
Of course, Inquisitor.
Fantastic. Plant seeds in Skyhold's nursery to grow herbs for crafting. Find seeds by gathering herbs in the wild. Right. What the hell are they up there? Is that an arrow? Why is there an arrow up there? I don't know. What's this? Construction report, scaffolding. Third fall in as many days. We need more sandbags. It's almost impossible to drive an anchor between these blocks. The place was built to last, but that makes it a fight to build it up. Berinol Roofer. Approved. The Inquisition needs its people on good legs. Samoris Quartermaster. Good. Plant new seeds, can we? Common? We don't have any seeds, I don't think. No, we have absolutely 0 seeds. Dreadful. Atrocious. Shocking greenery, to be honest. Why are you oh god. That's terrifying. His feet are just is embedded into a bench. It's not. He's also not moving at all. He's just stood there, just with his hand like that. What is that thing? Oh my god! What? Thren, please help me.
Thanks for my life in Haven. You've all sorts serving now. If that means change, so be it.
You're welcome, Thren. Glad that I could be of assistance to you. Right, so I think on that note we will leave it here, and we'll actually explore the courtyard area of Skyhold next. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Hope you've enjoyed. If you have, then please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I'll catch you in the next episode of Dragon Age Inquisition. Thanks again, guys. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.